So we are from the new federal state of China, and we're CCP enemy number one. I'm sure you have met with him and Reina, and you're very familiar with this. So we're deeply worried about the CCP's infiltration and weaponization of the U.S. justice system. And in today's hearing, and that's why we come here, we would like to have Jim Jordan to start immediate investigation into Miles Guo's case, because, I mean, he's CCP enemy number one, but he's behind the bar. And the real criminals are walking the street free. I mean, so are you deeply worried about the CCP's weaponization of this country's justice system, not just the Soros, but the CCP?
Very concerned, because the CCP is more dangerous than George Soros. Because since the CCP has unlimited resources, they're just not one person who's a billionaire. They have an agenda. The agenda is to destroy the United States of America. It's a public comment. They have made it very clear that we are in competition. That that their long-term goal by 2050 is to destroy the United States of America. How much more clear can you have from that? If that's not enough of a message, then I don't know what it is. And unfortunately, one way to destroy a country is by destroying it within its institution, by corrupting its government, by corrupting the officials that are controlling that organization, those countries. That's the first one. That's how you do it. It's basically a confusion tactic that has been always being used by China.
Yeah, absolutely. By China, by CCP, not China, because the CCP does not represent China or the Chinese people.
Yeah, you're right. I do agree with that. Yes, but unfortunately, that ideology continues to be imported from the past into the future, and now is being used for bad reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I mean,
sorry for the Chinese people. I mean, you guys are wonderful. Everybody loves you. Everybody's in your side, and we are very concerned because we unfortunately don't have an opposition party here against the CCP in the United States of America, and that's a concern. And people are very concerned about it. It's just we have a problem like right now. Nobody supports the war in Ukraine. Nobody. But the war goes on without us doing anything about it. There's nothing we can do.
The CCP is behind Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and it's also behind the imminent threat on Taiwan.
Yes.
And now the CCP is in this country. It's in the DOJ, the FBI, the SEC. And so, as an elected official, what do you think that American government and people should do to stop the CCP's weaponization of this country's justice system? Because basically, they're stealing the rule of law from this country.
Well, they need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable, and not only that, but also we need to take a very strong stance against them, because they're not our friends. I mean, they are used to be our allies, okay, commercially, but they are no longer a trustworthy partner. It's like a very good friend. You had a good friend before, and he turned against you. You had to walk away from that friend. Yeah. It's like a personal level, and unfortunately, the CCP is a very dangerous enemy that the United States of America has right now.
You know, America has the biggest asset to fight the CCP, and that is Mr. Miles Guo.
Yes.
Currently, he's behind the bar.
I know what's going on.
And so, I mean, what can we do to free Miles Guo? I mean, we like to get more elected officials to write a letter to the judge, ask for the fair treatment of Mr. Miles Guo's bond request, because he has not been given a bond while the real criminals were let out and walking the street free.
You need to find a very good legal counsel to take this case, and we need to not just having officials write letters. We need to have people write letters to officials, forcing them to take action. That's how the democracy works. I mean, the people still have power, and we need to utilize the power by having campaigns. So if we have about 10 million people right now in Chinatown, let's have 10 million people write letters to their representatives, in their districts, not just only in Washington, but also in the city side, so people can be aware of what's going on and understand that the constituents are going to vote you out of office if you do not follow what the constituents want, because that's what democracy wants.
Yeah. And thank you for standing with us. This is not about Mr. Miles Guo's personal fight for his own freedom. This is about saving America from the CCP's weaponization.
I do agree with that 100%. It's a beautiful country. America is a beautiful country, and Chinese are basically a very important part of this country for many reasons. They contribute to so many parts of history. Without the Chinese, we would be a very different world right now. And that's unfortunately very sad, because you guys are amazing, seriously.